Hey guys, how's it going? My name's ᴍᴏʀᴇ. It's another week and we have another devlog video from Underdog and Modern Wolf. There's some more interesting little tidbits regarding Sievert 2 that I want to go over with you today that were revealed in this video. In this one, we're with ᴍᴏʀᴇ and ᴍᴏʀᴇ, two members of the Underdog development team. ᴍᴏʀᴇ is the studio director and ᴍᴏʀᴇ is a gameplay programmer. This one is about guns. It's all about the guns and how they behave and the recoil patterns, all that juicy stuff, some nice information for people, obviously us who like playing shooters, right? So we start off with ᴍᴏʀᴇ. He brings us into a little shooting range in Sievert 2, kind of like just into debug mode to demonstrate how bullets will be affected when they hit different surfaces made out of different materials. So like metal, wood, concrete, plaster, glass, and flesh too. There's an amalgamation of biomass or like something that you would expect to see maybe around a ghoul infestation in Sievert, kind of off to the side. And he takes shots at everything and like the weapon effects are pretty cool. But when he hits the flesh, you can see some cool like exit wounds out the back and the blood actually like splats out on the other side, which I think is really nice. And then they demonstrate the effects on some actual ghoul models that are just sitting below, and there's cool little localized like impact holes or impact marks on the ghouls when you shoot them. So like if you shoot it in the torso, then there's going to be a little mark there, and if you shoot it in the head, then there's going to be a mark on the head. And we get the same cool little blood splat exit wounds on those too. I think those look really good actually. They talk briefly about destructible environments, which I'm a huge fan of destructible environments. I come from the Battlefield world. They say that they would like to have some destructible elements in the game. I don't think they didn't specify, but I don't think they're aiming to have something as crazy as like what you see in a Battlefield game. I think maybe just some like destroyable, you know, crates and boxes, and also some physics objects as well. Like ᴍᴏᴀ mentioned, like shooting a barrel, for example, and the barrel falling over. We'll have to watch out for that and see what they develop in the future. They don't have it in the game currently, ᴍᴏᴀ said, but they do want to implement something like that into the game. Next up, we speak with ᴍᴏᴀ. ᴍᴏᴀ is a gameplay programmer again, and he talks about like the behavior of the guns, pretty much the recoil and how that's going to work. So what they're doing for Sievert 2 is they're actually splitting up the vertical and horizontal recoil. This has been done in a lot of other games, like just Escape from Tarkov as an example. There's obviously a difference between vertical and horizontal recoils for all the guns. This wasn't a thing in Sievert 1, but it is going to be a thing in Sievert 2. So now this opens up like a lot of different potential like builds and behaviors of weapons, depending on the attachments that you use, depending on how the base weapon behaves. If it has more horizontal recoil that you want to tame, you can look for the attachments specific that are specific to taming that aspect of the recoil to make it more accurate. This is pretty cool, opening up the customization and the attachments a little bit for Sievert 2. I like to see that. And he also talks briefly about the recoil patterns themselves, and I wasn't really exactly clear on this. The way he described this was a little bit confusing to me, but if any of you guys have an explanation, make sure to leave it in the comments. He said that at the moment they're going for a more linear curve when it comes to the recoil instead of like a set pattern for each gun. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but if you have a bigger, better brain than I do, maybe you can leave it in a comment for me to help me out. They are open to changing the gunplay and the recoil behaviors and stuff of the guns after the fact, and they will also be giving tools to modders, so modders will easily be able to tweak those settings for their own, for their own modding projects for Sievert. Modding is going to be supported for this game on day one, which is really, really nice. And that's about it for this one, guys. This is a really short video. Just wanted to get this information over to you. I'm sure next week we're going to have another devlog video with some more nice, juicy little tidbits about Sievert 2. And I'll be on top of that one as well. Make sure you get subscribed so you don't miss that. Like the video if you did enjoy it. It really helps me out. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.